Hi my Doris. It's been quite a while. I've been a little bit busy at work, so I apologise for everyone who actually follows me. But today what we're going to do is make a new turbo mount for the car. So what I'm planning to do is run from the bottom of my turbo flange down to that bracket that I got there. So, and for the ones that were wondering how I'm running my piping, so we're doing it a log style out of the motor into a Y and into the turbo, back out under that manifold in between the engine mount and the manifold, and down into the existing exhaust pipes. Also, what we're going to be doing in future videos is we are making new ones of these, so that gets replaced and that gets replaced. So yeah, okay, so I've cut this piece. Now that's going to mount in there like that, and that will be our starting point. So we'll draw some holes into there, mount that there, and then try fill that gap with some 10mm plate. So we've mounted that plate just on one bolt. So for anyone else who does this, those bolts aren't actually level to each other. So what we'll do is we'll make up a plate that bolts to the top hole there, and then also fill that hole to the turbo. Now my turbo is on a slight tilt that way, just to bring my pipe away from the radiator. So the plate I cut is on a slight angle on the turbo flange. Okay, so that's the plate. So what we're going to do is we're just going to tack it onto the flange, and then tack it onto our new angle bracket, and then we can chuck some decent tacks onto it, and then we'll disassemble everything, see how it holds up. It's all tacked in. You can see it's already made it a lot stronger. Sweet, so now what I can do is I can unbolt it. The reason I did this while everything was bolted up all up was because I wanted the turbo in the same position as it was when I first did it, so I don't have to redo all my down piping, don't have to redo my intercooler piping, nothing like that. So as soon as this is done, I can cut everything up and put my new pieces in. This is the reason why we started off with our bracket. It's just to hold these in place exactly where we want it, so that when we run these, our new tubes, the turbo is where we need it. Okay, so that's how it turned out. We've got a nice weld in there, only a stitch weld up here, stitch weld up there, and then a full weld underneath. We've bolted it on there, and another bolt up there. That should be way strong enough to hold it in there. And it sits there quite nicely, very tight. Next step, I've already cut the old V-band off this, mounted this in place. Now what we're going to do is run a 90 to there and into this. It's going to come out there. Sweet, so enjoy.
Waiting at the lights, watching turn to green, getting ready to go. Shooting at the stars, hope they make you silver lining gold. Underneath the night, searching for a reason to let go. Open up your eyes.
Okay, so that's one side. tacked together, ready to go. So now we'll just do the other side to match. Very simple, just one 90-degree little 50mm bit and then into the bellow. So now just to do this side again, I'm going to cut that off and then mount everything. Okay guys, so that's the manifolds all tacked up, ready to be welded. So I'm going to throw a bit of weld over them and then we'll get back to it again.
Waiting at the lights, watching turn to green, getting ready to go. Shooting at the stars, hope they make your silver lining go.
Hey guys, so it's all welded up, ready to be bolted up. So tomorrow we'll come back and bolt it into the car, well, onto the motor, and then so it should all be quite sealed and it looks pretty good. Okay guys, so all finished, bolted up, sits very good. As you can see here, got a very tiny gap there, very tiny gap there, and then exhaust out into my OG original exhaust system. So yeah, that's it. Keep subscribing, keep liking and share my videos so we can afford to do better things. Cheers.